an Indian film that I saw in theaters recently, which is now probably playing nowhere in America. But as you see this could be years later. So this is most likely streaming somewhere. I know at the beginning of this film, as I'm seeing more and more often now, it had a title amongst the opening title cards, streaming partner. And it was either Netflix or Amazon Prime. So if you look on Netflix or Amazon Prime for this film, you'll probably find this is entitled Lost Ladies. The original Indian title is LAAPATAA Ladies, which is LAAPATAA Ladies. So if you're looking for it. And it's an interesting comedy drama about two women who wind up, two brides on their wedding day, who wind up going home with the wrong husband. Almost like a Three's Company. There's almost like a sitcom plot. So two brides are on a train, and they're dressed in their identical bride gear, and they're covered, and they have their wedding in whatever town they're going in. They're both going back to be with their husbands. One is this very earnest young guy, and the other husband is kind of abusive and not very nice, and maybe might have been responsible for his past wife disappearing under nefarious purposes. So it's late at night. The train stops. The husband grabs the hand of the wife and says, "Okay, let's go. We're leaving." Getting off the train, we've arrived. And eventually, when they get to introducing this bride to the rest of the family, the veil is lifted, and it's not his bride. It's some other lady. It's a LAAPATAA lady. It's a lost lady. That's the title. So the film goes back and forth between these two women. This very self-assured, slightly older of the two. They're probably, one is probably like, she looks really young. One of the brides looks really young, like upper teens or very low 20s, and the other looks like maybe low to mid 20s. It cuts back and forth. So the bride that does not go home with the nice guy like she was supposed to, she goes home with the bad guy. He basically leaves her. He says, "You're not my wife. Just live at the train station." So she is taken in by the curious individuals who live at the train station. A man of short stature, a man who has no legs and is a beggar, and a woman who runs like the food cart at the train station. And they're working to try to help her figure out where she needs to go because she doesn't remember the name of the village. She says, "It's something about a flower. I don't know. He told me once." So it's this very earnest, nice, meek young girl living with these oddballs at the train station, hoping that one day she'll be reunited with the man of her dreams, intercut with the husband who took home the bride who wasn't the girl I was just talking about, being a super nice and supportive guy and distraught that where is my bride? Is she okay? Who is this woman? His family takes her in. She is very kind and helpful to the family. We learn that she doesn't really want to be. It was sort of an arranged marriage. She doesn't want to go with that guy who might have killed his last wife. She wants an independent life where she can study farming and help, be like a what's the word, farm scientist, and help her community and the communities of her country. And it's a lot of back and forth between all these various scenarios of the husbands looking for the wives, and the wives in one case not wanting to be found, the other case very much wanting to be found, and how everybody learns to love. It was good. This wasn't, I always say, I've never seen an Indian film in the theater that I didn't like. I've always really enjoyed these, and this is no exception. I didn't love it. I wasn't overjoyed with it, but I thought it was really good. It was a good, sweet film. It was a good, very feminist movie, which for some reason I was surprised by. And because the wife that wants to be the farmer, she very much stands up for herself. She very much doesn't take anything from anybody and is doing everything she can to prevent the potentially murderous for future husband of hers from finding her. And it's really good. It was really fun. This is a nice one that I think general audiences would enjoy. This is one that I want my mother to watch this, because I think she really would enjoy it. And there is this police captain who's kind of weird. He's always, I guess maybe he has like a mouthful of chewing tobacco or something. He has this weird thing with his mouth throughout the movie. He seems to be at first a corrupt local official who just wants to do whatever is asked of him for money. And if you don't have the money, I'm not really interested. And maybe I'll throw you a beating. Maybe I'll toss you in the pokey for a little while until you straighten up and fly right. And he gets involved, and the way it all gets resolved is it made me smile. Let's just say that. So available, probably not in theaters in America anymore, but streaming. Worth checking out. Very much fun. Is LAAPATAA Ladies, aka Lost Ladies. Beautiful to look at too, by the way, before I close. Indian films, so well produced. As far as I recall, there was no bursting into song moment in this film, as a lot of people expect from Indian films. More like they had a few moments where there were montages, where there would be various scenes that are wordless with music playing over them with lyrics that had to do with what was going on in the film, but no full-on actors singing and dancing during the course of the film that I recall. I don't think there was. Sometimes they put those at the very end, but lately I'm seeing a lot of Indian films that don't have the lavish production numbers like they used to, which I miss a little bit. I always liked seeing any genre of film and then suddenly everybody's breaking into song and dance. So, Lost Ladies.